Beyonce, as Bukwari was doing. All right? And it is the same playbook. The result of all of this is that those who are going to tell you that they are going to be refurbishing your refineries, there will be new faces. It is their own turn. They too, they will spend their own billion dollars. You will never see any refinery working. Never. Write it down. It is not wishing you evil. Just take a look at them. It is the same playbook. Lies and lies and lies, because they will never say the truth. It has never been their way. Now, if you want to force them, they say you are blackmailing them. They say you are inciting the public. They say you are you are defaming them. They call you different names in order to kind of possibly jail you or kill you. You cannot be lying and then expecting things to fix itself or fix themselves. It doesn't work that way. Irresponsible people who are messing up the people's lives, and at the same time, they are expected to be praised for at least trying or making effort or taking pictures that shows that they wanted to do it, but they won't. So subsidy is back, okay? And there is no dollar. NNPC claimed, imagine, like, why are you not even worried? Like Nigerians, why are you not worried that you are reading in the papers? They will say a barrel of crude oil is now $80. Then inside that same paper, they say Nigeria is producing 1.1 million barrel every day. You are not even curious, that how much was that money that was supposed to be coming to Nigeria from crude oil sale every day? How much is that in a month? Who actually gets the money? The NNPC in Nigeria, you read it in the papers. NNPC in Nigeria failed to remit any money for the past 3 years, for the past 2 years. And a lot of you will read it, you will flip it and go and read something else. Are you not kind of concerned, like once in a while, to ask yourself, like, she won't shake me for you, or your leaders won't shake me for you? What could be that thing that they have done to hold a lot of millions of people so down that you can't even reason it? It's whatever they say it is. Abi now, 1 million barrels of crude oil every day at the rate of $80 per barrel. Even if now 40% that they give Nigeria as royalty, that's a lot of money every day. How much is that in a month? NNPC received $300 million from crude oil sale. And all of you calm down. Everybody just manage. Everybody just mind their own. Mind their own business. That's what Nigeria is. 1 million barrels a day. Baba, that was small. If 1 million barrels at $80, is that not $80 million a day? Nigeria is making $80 million a day from crude oil sale based on the whatever, yeah? And $80 million a day. Even if they give Nigeria 50%, and those who are extracting that crude oil take 50%, 50% of $80 million, Baba, na $40 million. So $40 million times 10 days, see, that's $400 million. So $400 million, no matter $1.2 billion. So, and that is me just being generous and being kind of a moderator. But NNPC in Nigeria will say they did not remit any money. They did not. And under Bukwari, they were printing money to cover that up. Do you know how much $1.2 billion is? If you exchange it with your money, that in itself is over $1 trillion naira. Okay? So if you now have $1.2 billion or more that is coming directly from your oil sale, and it is being kept there as your forex depot, so a forex reserve. So if businesses and all of them, businessmen, and if they need access to dollars, you already have access to them. Abi, would you not in any way help your naira? Would you not? Would that not help the naira? For 8 years, these criminals looted all of that. They were declaring whatever they could declare. Nobody. These guys were multi-billionaires in dollars, Nigeria money. But they are still parading themselves as the lovers of Nigeria, the the debt-ridden Nigeria. Nigeria is over $150 billion in debt. Now, when we were doing the calculation of the stolen crude oil from Nigeria, like a plus or minus, so 8 solid years, Baba, the Nigeria lost over 300 billion US dollars to oil fraudsters, smugglers. And these people they call the subsidy marketers. Over 300 billion US dollars went into their hands, not to Nigeria hands. Rather, Nigeria became poorer. Nigerians became more jobless. Poverty became a thing. And here we are today. They are still lying to you, making you believe some people are bringing their money. They are doing this and that. Then you'll be asking yourselves, a year or two from now, how come these people didn't come? How come $1 to naira is now over 1,500 naira to $1? How come this or that? They will still throw it back at you, blame you, like Bokwari did. And a lot of those Olori Brukus that joined Bokwari to blame you, majority of those are Shiris. They are now the ass lickers, the boot lickers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the all-risers behind Kolu today, using the same rhetoric, gaslighting you, blackmailing you, calling you names every time you want to hold them responsible. I mean, same trick. If you fall for that, that is your fault, not theirs. Because that's what they do best. Irresponsible lot, liars. You can't really hold them on anything because they lie unprovoked. I woke up this morning. It actually started from last night. Everywhere, Seyi Tinubu has given Mohbad. You know that Mohbad? Promise. They say Seyi Tinubu has given Mohbad their son, Liam, 15 million naira. And just like that, the entire media in Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen, they picked the news. You know where the source of the news? The source of the news is coming from that guy that they told not to cry, not to cry. Remember him? Olusegun. Dare Olusegun. The one appointed by Tinubu as his Twitter, special advisor on Twitter. And then Facebook matter. They always call it new media. That is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So they have special advisors on that. That guy that was crying at the APC, Egbekegbe's convention, before they brought in this Bendu Pastor Redeemu. Sure, you remember? He's working with Tinubu now. He woke up from nowhere and then he published a receipt, 15 million naira paid to Liam, Leri Oluwa, this and that. Seyi Tinubu and all Nigeria media. No investigation, no confirmation, no quote from the family if they received anything. No nothing from Seyi Tinubu himself. The special advisor to President of Nigeria, Pablo Escobar of Nigeria, his own special advisor decided to lie to millions of people. Just like that. Unprovoked. No reason for it. No reason at all. Just the same way, Akuri Nigalailai, also kind of, after taking the pictures of Ekolu, with Ibn Ahmed, the Abikiloruko leader, one in Dubai. I can't remember the name of their leader. Ibn Kene Konshalaman, Ibn this, Ibn that. Anyway, Kolu took picture with Ibn Dubai, leader of Dubai. Akuri Nigalailai jumped on NTA and said, hey, they have lifted the ban on visa with immediate effect. Unprovoked lies. They call them habitual liars. They say, why did you lie? I don't know. I just felt like lying. I mean, there's no reason. Why did you have to lie? Why did you say that? I mean, I don't know why people are reacting like this, at least. But why did you lie? I don't know. I just felt like I should lie. Habitual liars. It is a mental disease. It's a mental health problem. A lot of you don't understand that. If you are kind of an habitual liar yourself. Can a big deal? What is the big deal? At least, okay, Seyi Tinubu cannot give him 15 million. Show Seyi Tinubu will give him 15 million. It's different from he has given him 15 million with a fake receipt. Then when you are caught, they say, okay, you don't catch me, you don't catch me. But how much is 15 million? In fact, mo come be request on what is shape for majority anyway. What's the point? Why do you have to lie? To chase clout. Then the media in Nigeria, breaking news. Everybody going to come later, they're going to do shalaye. It's because it's not like that. What happened is, then they deleted the whole post. All Nigeria media that publish it, if Tinubu giving somebody 15 million naira, they just went solo. So they give her 15 million. Read the next news. You're trouble too much. Go to the next news. That one is the former news now. It no matter anymore. Because we know how this whole thing works. Tinubu needs legitimacy. There are already ass leakers due to the situation in Nigeria. Okay, everybody wants a bite. We are not saying you shouldn't have a bite of anything you are sharing there, right? What we are saying is that every action of yours as a government in charge of the affairs of the people, you can't keep lying your ways through that. Because for every day of your action, life of the people are always on the line. In case if you don't know, I don't think you should know. Well, I mean, I'm just saying. Right? Now, here is the other part. Somebody with the Ozu for legitimacy is called the legitimacy hustler. Okay? Somebody will ring bell, like Alago Ojopagogo. They said is a bell ringer. Okay? But when you ring a bell, it should come with a message. And that message, in this case, is cryptic. All right? Which indeed, the people in New York, investors in New York who lost their money yesterday, they probably will remember something. And that's how things work, you know? If they made money now, if they actually make money, they will be like, oh, it was that time that this call from Nigeria was ringing the bell. Oh, I made $1,000. Oh, I made about $12 million. When that guy started ringing the bell, I'm like, oh my God, this guy is a blessing. I made over $1 million. I made over $10 million. Oh, but yesterday, now loss. They will remember that. And that's actually what Nigerians are experiencing every day under the APC, change of guard, but kept off the same system. Let's go to this part where the news broke, Ladies and gentlemen, as we were waiting here for them to wake up in America, for the Chicago people to wake up, including the Chicago State University, may them come they release everything where we don't wait for since. Now, so the court talk say breaking news. As Chicago University, they wake up today, as well as a Chicago court too, and the entire people of Chicago and Illinois, and America, and the world. Baba, call loose lawyer, don't go serve them. Say, don't release any document. Oh. We don't want you to release this document, sir. This record, sir. We are against it. We are appealing the judgment that said it must be released in 48 hours. Wait, what is he hiding? Even you, where they defend them or follow them, would you know at this point kind of feel like this is actually embarrassing? Okay, why is he paying people to stop the school he went? The school that has released some of these records are already in public. It's just that the problem is confusion. People don't know whether Tinubu is a trans, because here is the confusion, okay? And there shouldn't have been confusion. A Miss Bola A Tinubu gained admission into Chicago State University. That is a fact. Female. She was recorded as an American, okay? And she was born in 1952. Are you following? These records are already in public. The problem is that the person that is now bearing Bola A, which is now called Adekunle or Ahmed, it can be any A, it can be Ajagungbade, Akeolu, Abi, Aramanda. It could be any a. It was Bola Tinubu. Bola in Yoruba is a na bisexual name abi kila ma pe bisexual abi universal. Anyway, the point is Bola in Yoruba land is actually a name, right? Bought by both sexes, male and female. Abiola, Abimbola. No, Bimbola is different from Biola. Oluwabiola. I don't know. Anyway, you shall know what I'm saying, A boy can be Biola. They say na unisex. A boy can be Biola. A girl can be Biola. But you see that one in the middle, even though me, I have to say this, so you see that Tinubu has made it Ahmed. Okay? Ahmed Tinubu. So what people are now saying is we will get to know the true meaning of that Bola Tinubu. Female, Miss American, born in 1952. But you see this Kalu Bola Ahmed Tinubu is male, Nigerian, not American, not female. And from the record is submitted to the INEC, the electoral body in Nigeria, to run for president of Nigeria. He stated it there with other documents too, that he was born in 1954 as a boy, not as a girl. That whatever the problem with is sex and this conflicting information, that is not his own fault. It could be clerical fault. They say, okay, fine. Even if not clerical fault, if not somebody where they work for Chicago State University made mistake, that's fine. We'll discover where the mistake happened and where things change, okay? Let them record you, let them release all the record. No. I don't want them to release. Why? Why now? Ashiwaju? We are okay. I believe you. Shoton, I believe you say you went to Chicago State University. Okay, let us all believe that he went. Let us all believe that there is some error, okay? And that error was made by Chicago State University. That Tinubu actually went. Let's agree. Now, let us stop doubting him now. Okay? So maybe when we tell him that we agree, we believe you. We just want the Chicago State University to release everything. That's it. So that once and for all, we can put this to our we can put this behind us. Is that not fair? No? No, it's fair. That's fair. Let's agree he went. Okay? So then, don't pay lawyers again. You don't need to pay lawyers. Let them release everything. We want to check something. We'll check everything. Because, see, there's no way. You are just wasting money. Because if you tell Chicago State University not to release them, and they put them on hold not to release it, everything where Chicago University want to release, FBI already go. FBI will release them. October is almost here. And I don't know, maybe they will have to sue FBI too and say, FBI, emergency order, don't release the document. I don't know. I'm just saying. But with the way Joe Biden and the American government treated him on this trip, Omo, I don't think if you stop Chicago University, you'll be able to stop the FBI. 500 document, Lonoma release next month. 500. As they release them like this, at the stockpile them, bring them to the diary. So what's the point? We believe you. You went there. You didn't do drug in America. You didn't. It's okay. Let them release everything releasable. Let us judge. Let's be the judge. But no, his lawyers are currently at the district court of Illinois in Chicago District Court. They are waiting for Judge Jeffrey Gilbert to come and give another order. They want to ask the court to stop. Court that gave order, they are there again to ask the court to stop the order, like they always do in Nigeria. What are they hiding? Kilo, a big deal. You don't rig yourself to power. You don't capture the state already. You don't capture all the institutions already. So what are you afraid of again? That we shouldn't know who you are. Aba, we have to. It's a must to. So I am going to continue to encourage Atiku to keep pushing. And everything they drop something. So I don't know if Chicago State University will release a lot for us today now. We are not sure yet. Because his lawyers are there. They are everywhere. If to say it's Nigeria, they would have sent their DSS with guns to that court and the university to make sure that nobody release anything. If anybody try to release anything, they will be arrested. But they can't do that in America. So we are waiting for the update on that. That is about Tinubu trying to stop the release of his documents. However, ladies and gentlemen, election tribunal abracadabra. You listened to that of the presidential election tribunal and how the abracadabra played out. A lot has been going on as well within all those state election tribunal in Kano. At least you saw what happened in Kano yesterday. I think I actually owe you a bit of an extensive explanation so that you will understand what a rotten system Nigeria represents. And here here you are, the system that is in favor of the highest bidder, the power that be, is not just and all that, okay? This is what you're going to get. The issue of Kwakwansop in Kano and his politics and those who followed his politics. And then what happened in 2023 charade elections, including how they succeeded in defeating APC, Egbekegbe, in Kano. Then what happened after when Kwakwansop started twerking for Kolu with the expectation of, collapsing the party to APC, Egbekegbe, and just like Wiri Wike, it will be offered a job and then it will become prominent or important again. So that with that, it could use that same clout to continue to maintain its fledgling, dying political charade. Because all of them are going to all kind of end soon. But somehow, it all ended up as a total miscalculation. Whatever it is that went wrong, whatever it is that played out, Kwakwansop became an internally displaced politician, high DP. It became so bad that after twerking towards Kolu, right, and people were expecting that it was so prominent that they were going to have to sacrifice, or in fact, throw Gandola, the Babanriga mobile banking CEO of Kano, that was going to be thrown under the bus. And indeed, they said, oh, Kwakwansop, it's a great political nonsense, whatever. Obedient were not giving him any breathing space. When he started twerking towards Kolu, then bang, breaking news. Kwakwansop has been suspended, and in fact, Kwakwansop has been dismissed from his own party. So it later came up as that Kwakwansop was not the owner of NNPP. In fact, the owners were so happy to welcome him, but they didn't know he only wanted to use them as a meal ticket to joining Kolu. But unfortunately, while he was twerking up and down, jumping here and there, when Kolu was in Paris, Kwakwansop boarded the plane, jumped in a plane, and went there to go and twerk for him. When Kolu was in London, the same Kwakwansop also traveled down to London, and he was also there twerking and twerking. He went back to Nigeria. They call him a prominent man and that. Then the announcement came, Kwakwansop has been played. Appointment he won't get. In fact, recommending people for political appointment he won't get as well. In fact, also, that same singular state that he took, or they managed to defeat APC from, they're going to get that back from the tribunal. With that shocker, Kwakwansop started running from pillar to post. It's called Helter Skelter, back and forth. Then Kolu's number, no, they go again. He didn't have access to Kolu anymore. Then fast forward the whole thing to yesterday. The worst happened. They were so prepared. And you know what they did? They decided to fly all of the judges and all of them away, the tribunal people away. They took them somewhere else and they delivered the judgment via Zoom. And that is what is this guy, Shehu Sani, called Zoomdiciary. That's what he called it. The whole drama around the judiciary in Nigeria and election matter, they will shock you beyond your marrows. Zoomdiciary. Such judgment could only be delivered via Zoom. And what is that judgment? According to INEC of Yakubu, NNPP of Kwakwansop, they scored 1.18 million votes, which means 1,180,something votes. To that of APC, Egbekegbe, which scored 850-something votes. Kilo what happened? Abracadabra happened. Okay? According to the judgments, they said 165,000 ballot papers were not signed and stamped. Therefore, the votes were invalid. And where the abracadabra really took place was that it's only the ANPP votes that were not stamped or signed that were voided by the tribunal and got deducted eventually from what they later counted as their final vote. And the NNPP that led and won with over 200,000 votes, they ended up being short of 28,000 votes. Therefore, APC, Egbekegbe, that did not lose one single ballot paper, all right, or voided any from this same tribunal, because who knows? They said this, I'm going to this, so the abracadabra, I'll tell you that abracadabra now. What happened is that they said the ANPP of Kwakwansop, their own vote, the APC, Egbekegbe of Gandola, that they proved that all of the votes, ballot paper that they counted for ANPP, they did not stamp it or sign it. INEC did not stamp or sign it. But ANPP did not challenge the votes of APC. So ANPP was supposed to also challenge them so that they can also check if APC votes, ballot papers, were signed or stamped. Because ANPP did not ask the court to also check their own votes too. So they are not checking APC votes. But because APC said they should check the ballot paper of NNPP, and since 160-something thousand were not signed, we have removed it. We would have removed some numbers from the APC too, but you did not ask us to look at it. Therefore, APC won the election by 24,000 votes. You did not win because they did not sign your ballot paper. The votes that gave you the victory. Sorry. That was the judgment. If you think that is hilarious or somehow heartbreaking or disappointing, whatever adjective you want to call it, let me take you to Enugu. That one is even more ridiculous. In Enugu, there is a guy called Peter Mba. Now, Peter Umba is PDP. There's another one called Adeoga of Labour Party. Okay? Apart from the rigging of election, inflating of the figures, they were challenging on his the qualification to run for office after presenting a forged NYSC certificate. So the drama then was, the law said if you forged your certificate, you are to be disqualified. If you have been elected, you are to be removed. The law is very clear. So how would you, and the law also says, if you accuse somebody of forging certificates, you must prove that they forged the certificate. If you can produce the original, that would be great. And if you can actually get the institution that issued the certificate to come and authenticate the certificate, that will even be greater. So it's up to you. What do you want to do to prove that this guy did not qualify to run for office? And in fact, he has run foul of the law, the electoral law, the constitution, and in fact, he must be punished. How do you prove that? Other than going to the same commission that issued the fake certificate, if they actually issued a certificate to him. Did he actually serve as the, why do you have to forge a certificate? You don't even need it, per se. To become a governor or president of Nigeria, all you need is your primary school certificate. Just go to primary school. That's all you need. Once you have a primary school certificate, you can be president of Nigeria. You can be governor of any state in Nigeria. You can be a senator. You can be a rep. You can be anything. Now, nonsense, they worry all these mad people that are forging certificates here and there, BSc this, HDP that. And majority of them cannot even prove anything. They said the discipline that they have certificates on, they cannot prove anything. When you look at some of these criminals, they will tell you, this one is an engineer. He never built anything. This one is a professor. He never actually researched or discovered anything. They will say, this one is an army general. He never fought any war. Never. They will tell you, this one is a doctor. Dr. Chris Ngige. He has never practiced medicine. But they all have all these titles in Nigeria because they are as useless as the papers they are printed on. Why are you forging certificates? They brought in NYSC. Did you issue a certificate to Umba? Well, no, we didn't. Here is somebody from the NYSC.
NYSC certificate is a big problem now in Nigeria. In fact, some people came out to say about a certain certificate given to a governor-elect of a state in Nigeria today. And the governor-elect had to go ahead even to sue NYSC. Increasingly, we are having certificate forgery problems. What are you doing to stop that? See, there's also another case. You remember, it was the result of an NYSC debacle that made a former minister of finance in this country resign her position. This constant forgery of NYSC certificate, what happens around the racketeering? What have you done to stop whatever is going on there?
Well, my brother, this case is in court. I may not want to say much, but let me draw your attention. The issue of racketeering in every facet of life is happening in this country. Not only in Nigeria, everywhere So it's not only NYSC. And let me tell you, the issue of the certificate you are talking about, I don't want to talk much about it. They came to NYSC for verification. We said this certificate is not issued from us. I wonder why issue of racketeering will come off when you are talking about elite, somebody who is a graduate, somebody who is well enlightened. You obtain certificate from where? You don't know where you obtain certificate. You don't know how we issue our certificate. So you have problem with certificate. How? You can go and collect certificate on the street. You can go and collect certificate in your room. You don't go and collect certificate in the hotel. You should know better. Please, I don't want to talk much about this. The governor-elect is a lawyer. I am not a lawyer, but I know as a DG NYC, I'm fully aware of this case. He came to me. I told him, I called my director's certification. Let me see your certificate. I was so frank and clear to him that this certificate is not from us. I'll show him some few examples just to help him. But he chose to go to court and even to sue whoever is suing. Well, as far as I'm concerned, NYC has not been sued. I'm yet to see any deal from court. I have not seen anything. All you are saying, or what all people are saying, I'm just hearing from outside. I have not received any court order. I have not seen anything. But I bet you we don't tolerate anything certificate racketeering. If it is from any of our staff, we caught you, we hand you over to the law law authority. They will go and
Brigadier General,
but not from us.
Brigadier General,
at all.
Maybe you should read this day newspaper. There's a story that says Enugu Governor-elect Mba sues NYSC, demands 20 billion for alleged fraudulent misrepresentation of facts. Maybe you should read that so that maybe when it comes to your front, you'll be able to.
Do you sue somebody? Do you sue somebody on the pages of newspaper?
No, but it's reported based on the law.
Do you listen to newspaper and act on that one?
Maybe you will get. Once you get it, maybe you'll be able to respond.
So we are waiting for the.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, when we get it, we can respond to it, and we will.
Do you get that? The guy went to court. Okay, hang on. That Adoaga challenging the election, now presenting the NYSC as a witness to come and tell the tribunal that we did not issue that this guy has committed a crime. Instead of the judiciary to back the action with law call. Another court opened and entertained the case. And they said they must, NYSC must not attend the tribunal as a witness. They must not give any testimony. How is that even like a court issued that? The same guy went to court and said, NYSC tarnished his name, is now sued them for 20 billion naira. That's what they do in Nigeria. So, it was time for the tribunal to give his judgment. And today, the tribunal said, even if the certificate of NYSC is fake, it is not their own place to rule it as fake. So far it has been submitted, then it stands and serves the purpose of an NYSC certificate. So it remains, which means the judiciary, the tribunal, actually turned a fake NYSC certificate and originalized it, turned it to original. Even when the original institution that is issuing the certificate came out and said, this is not from us. The tribunal, election tribunal said, you are saying your own, it is original. Since he has presented this as original, then it is original. That's it. You don't have a case. They thrown out all of the witnesses, all of the evidences, and they said there is no evidence against the guy. And as usual, the guy put on, he was ready for it. They don't pay. They don't pay. So they just waited for their judgment to be delivered. It don't make sense. People presented evidence. You accepted, you subpoena people. They came to do as witness. Then the time for you to deliver your judgment, you are saying that you cannot use all of their witnesses. You cannot use all the evidence anymore because something, Shasha will not make you use it anymore. Therefore, you are not using the evidence against them. Then in the same breath, as a judge, you are also ruling that they did not prove that his certificate is fake. They did not prove that he forged this or that. And then, like what the same thing they did during the ruling on Tinubu is written. So Mba and his boys, I want all of you to join me and work and build the Enugu state. This is a victory for democracy. Victory for Kineko, certificate forger is all messed up.
As you all know, today is indeed a memorable day in the annals of our state. Yes. The Enugu State Election Petition Tribunal has just affirmed the mandate you, Ndi Enugu, freely gave us on the 18th of March this year. This is indeed victory for Ndi Enugu. It is also victory for democracy. It is a victory for massive development for Ndi Enugu. It is a victory for exponential growth for Ndi Enugu. It is a victory for Enugu's greatness. It is a victory for the ban on Monday's sit at home. Finally, it is also victory for our determination to restore water in all your homes in the next 68 days. We are thankful to God because we know it would not have been possible without God. We also want to put on record our deep appreciation to their Lordship for painstakingly dissecting the petitions brought before them and also coming out with a judgment that resonates with the people of Enugu State. A judgment that is fair and just. Indeed, this has reaffirmed our belief in the judiciary as the last hope of the common man. For us, as you know, there is time for everything under the sun. There is time to strive and there is time to unite. Politics is over. It is, as you know, we had begun governance since May 29. Yes. And our arms are open and wide. We beckon on those our brothers we ran this race with to join hands with us to deal with the task ahead, the task of building the Enugu of our dreams. So we are going to be urging you, our supporters, to indeed be magnanimous in victory. Let us all join hands together to build the Enugu of our dream. At the end of the day, Enugu is greater than all of us. We had put ourselves forward to serve in the Enugu. So if the motivation is service, it is now time for us to come together and join hands to deal with the onerous task ahead of us, which is building the Enugu state of our
Ndi Enugu kwenu. Hey. Enugu, yeah, you say Enugu kwenu. Hey. Enugu kwenu. Hey. Ndi Enugu kwezenu. Hey. Hey. There is no riot or what have you. Enugu people don't kind of move on, you will say. It is not the same in Kano. Okay? After Zumdiciary, after Zumdiciary delivered their judgment in Kano, then pick race. They can't leave the state for the police. And the police commissioner was like, hey, trying to tell them that we have to declare, I mean, they actually declare curfew in what do you call it? In Kano because of this election. Let's see if I still have that copy of that clip. Here. I said the curfew. I'm going to go look for that clip where they declare the curfew. or you don't go anywhere. Consider this as a break, okay? Don't go anywhere. I'm still coming back. Thank you very much. Now let's go back to that Kano because I still have a few stuff to share with you before we go tonight. Now declaring that because of election and tribunal judgment, everybody manage and maintain. For Kano now, there is curfew.
Good evenings, good people of Kano State. This is a public announcement on the enforcement of the 24 hours curfew by Kano State government. In view of the constitutional mandate of the Nigeria Police Force, alongside the relevant internal security and law enforcement agencies to preserve the law and order in the state, the Kano State Police Command have mapped out strategies on that direction and call on the good people of the state to give the necessary confidence and support. Going forward, Kano State residents are called upon to note that combined security forces have already been dispatched to the nooks and crannies, including the entry and exits of the state, to ensure enforcement and strict compliance of the 24 hours curfew order as communicated by the Kano State government via a letter with reference number K/SEC/H/435/T.1/153 dated 20th September 2023, taking effect from 6 p.m. of Wednesday to 20th September to 6 p.m. of Thursday, 21st September 2023. Violators will be arrested and made to pay the full wrath of the law. Finally, I wish to appreciate all the peace-loving people of the state and urge them to remain law-abiding, as it is in the best interest of all that we come together to maintain law and order in the state. Thank you very much.
As their Commissioner of Police. Thank you, 82. Okay, a curfew because of this election or no election. And then the day after, which is said today, this is what it looked like. I was reading where people were saying, oh, they've got very good road. Their roads are better than so many other states in Nigeria. Of course, they've got good roads, especially within the city of Kano. Okay. Well, you would wish that they have the same across